Hey chicken nuggets, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do a little video over something that I've seen a lot of people discussing, aggravated, upset on the groups, the forums, the pages, and so on. And you know, I see a lot of people upset about it, not really knowing the ins and outs, so I figured I'd make a video and we will go through the Clarke gas tank for the 86, 87 tecate 350, kxt250. How's that? And we're going to show you what we're going to open the box in front of you, show you what you got, and if we have any issues with the mold like everybody's talking about, we're going to show you how to fix it. So stay tuned. The gas tank on this bike when I restored it is probably 3 years old. This is a brand new, just came in today on whatever, let's just say June 5th of 22. I hear and I see on the forums that the mold for the gas tank down on this bottom section right here is getting worse and worse as it goes on, and the more gas tanks they sell. So we are going to open up this box in front of you and we're going to compare it to a 3-year-old gas tank. And we are going to check out and see exactly what this is. So let's get into ripping this thing open and seeing exactly what we got from Clarke. Or, I mean, it must have been shipped directly from Clarke with the stickers on it. eBay stuff. I don't know. We'll take it from there. We'll figure it out. Close your X-Acto knife. See the green Kawasaki green knife? Close that because I don't want to scratch the restored bike, scratch the seat cover, or the new gas tank. Gas tank. Get ready to get out of here, bud. Oh, covered in plastic. Instructions, I suppose. And part numbers, and comes with the gas cap. So this is what it's going to look like. Obviously there's no mounts, there's no petcock, nothing on here. But it does come with the gas cap. Let's see exactly what this is. I forget. I think it's instructions. Read first. Tank installation. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's bring this up close and give you a look. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, so apparently the mold's getting worse. So apparently people are right. The mold is getting much worse. So let's show you the better part of the gas tank. See the shine on it. This is what you're getting out of the wrapper from Clarke. This is the good side of the gas tank. And I guess we will start rolling it down so you can see the bad spot. Let me cover it with my hand. Let me cover it so you don't have a shock like I just had. So here's the, what do you want to call the left side of the machine. And here under my hand is the mold mark. This entire section is the mold mark. That's horrible. Okay guys, so now we are going to compare the two mold marks on the tank from the original mold when it first came out to the tank that you can buy today on the market. So the original mold issue, it's just size reference. You can see it's about 1.25 inches high and maybe 1.75 inches long. So take a good look at this one for comparison. Oh my God. Now look at it over here. So this is about 2.5 inches up, and this is about 3 inches long. So this mold has moved way up. I don't know how well you can see. Look at the size difference of the mold issue. So the very first thing I want to check on this gas tank, I'm putting it in a dark room, and I am putting a flashlight inside the gas tank to see the spot itself, if it is much lighter. And as you can see, the spot where the mold is, right here, is brighter than the rest of this area around it, which means this is thinner plastic. So this is giving us an idea of how much we can sand. We are on to the sanding part of this video for our Clarke tecate 250 gas tank and trying to fix the bad mold problem. Now we are starting off with 220. You can start off with 80. You could start off with 320. It doesn't really matter. We have a bunch of gas tank videos in our playlist showing you all different ranges of sandpaper and all different ranges of damage on the gas tank, so where to start. So check those out. It might help you with this, it might not. But with this, we probably should be starting off with maybe 100, because it's pretty bad, but we're gonna try the 220 and take it from there. So you guys can sand it any way you wanna sand it, obviously, but we are gonna start and we're gonna try to start smoothing this thing out and seeing what we have. Okay, it's ugly. Let me get the 100. Okay, I'm actually went to 180. I'm actually nervous about sanding this thing with 80 with how thin it is. I actually have the light inside the gas tank. Well, it's inside the gas tank, so I can see how bright this is. So we are gonna put 180 in here, and we're gonna on here, and we are gonna try sanding this line out first and rolling it down. I don't like this bottom corner. I've done a lot of gruesome looking gas tanks. I'm a little nervous about this one. So let's try the 180 and try to buff this line down and clean up this mess. Okay, so we get you a little closer so you can see exactly what's going on. You can see it's getting a lot lighter there in that area. You can see it's starting to come out a little bit. So right now I'm trying to get rid of that horrible line. Now I'm just using the edge of the sander just to get rid of this line. Let me wipe this off. You can see we're really getting rid of that transaction. You can see there's a little tiny bit right here above my fingernail. See that line? And we're just taking the sander at an angle, on an edge, not flat, we're on an edge, and we're just rolling that back and forth and down, trying to smooth it out. Wow, the tank's actually a lot smoother. That line's looking pretty good. Wet my finger. You can see we are looking much better. We obviously still have all that roughness there, but you can see a lot of it's gone. So just, you want to, in this situation, you want to take off the least, hi, how you doing? The least amount possible. So you want to be very easy on this. Very light. Now I'm using just the edge of the sander and I'm rolling it back and forth. I mean, it's not super flat. and that's what's going to happen. However, now that was holding it flat to try to flatten this out. As you can feel it, you can feel the tank dip in where that mold is. You can actually, the other side doesn't have that. It's nice and smooth all the way down. And right when you get to that spot, you can see where it's nice shinier green. That dips in. And there's gonna be no way for us to push it out. So all we can do is we can just smooth it out as nice as we can get it. We are going to round this out a little bit, this gruesome piece right here. It's like, I don't know, it's like a melted down area. We're gonna round that a little bit and get rid of it. It's like a high lump. And then we are gonna attack this hole, and we are gonna, this dimple, and we're gonna just lightly smooth it out so it disappears. This is actually fast. You saw this, I did that in literally 2 minutes. So we're gonna smooth this out a little bit more. That's a little more presentable. Yeah, that's a little more presentable. And then we are going to try to take care of this. You can see it starting to clean up. It's cleaning up. Now I'm just rolling it like this with my finger. I'm just, as soon as I touch the plastic, I'm just rolling it, and I'm trying to scuff it smooth. It's getting much nicer. It's almost gone. You saw how fast. This literally only took me. You can see the shiny spots and dimples. We're going to continue to work that out. But you see how fast? You're not going crazy. You're not trying to move a bunch of material, remove a bunch of material. You're just trying to smooth it so it doesn't look hideous. We're trying to make the best of a bad situation, basically. Actually, looks pretty damn good. Now I got a couple of little tiny little holes I can see there. See them? Just the tiniest little holes you can see right there. That's all that's left. And you can see I rolled that edge and got rid of that dimple pretty decently. It's not perfect, but I'll roll it down that way just to get rid of it. So okay, so we can see it for what it is right there right now. This dimple kind of looks ugly when you turn it that way. So we'll just kind of make it, by rolling it under the tank, we'll get rid of it. There it is. Now it's rolled under the tank and it's kind of disappeared. So I'm going to send my light down inside. Send the light down inside. Yeah, everything I use is Kawasaki green. I don't want Kawasaki, McNasty. McNasty Customz uses everything green. So I'm going to send the light in and see if we made any kind of horrible decision. It's not bad. It's really not bad. Okay, so we will put our flashlight back in. Well, it's not as thin as I thought it was going to be. You can see the flashlight inside the tank moving around. We used 180 grit, so that's what I would recommend on this. You don't want to go too crazy. It feels pretty good to the touch with just the 180. It does have a dimple right there. You can kind of feel it when you go down with your hand, but you're probably not going to see that on a machine. So we are going to change the 180. We're going to take that off. Okay, so we are swapping out our 180 for 320. And we're going to try that. So let's get that on our sander. Now it's important, you saw, I only sanded that with the 180 for maybe 2 minutes. So it's fast, you just gotta do a little scuff, a little scuff. Now let's see how long it takes with the 320 to get the 180 scratches out. That's all you really want to do. You don't want to go crazy. A little bit more. You can see, now you can see it. It's tough to show on the camera, obviously, but you can see if you look into it real close. I don't know how well it's going to come out. Very light sand marks left over from the 180. You're just getting out those scratches. You're not trying to take material off the tank. You're just trying to remove the scratches. So you're going quick and just removing it. Better look at that up close. Yeah, that's not bad. So that's it for the 320. Now we are going to move on to 400. That's 320. This is 400. Pow! Now we're moving on to the 400. 400 is to clean up anything that's left over. Just try to clean it up before we buff it. Spot right there, it looks like. Feels pretty good. All right, nuggets. Now we are using the Mother's aluminum wheel polish, mag and wheel polish. This is what I use on all my stuff, and it works, cuts and shines very fast and very well. We're not gonna go crazy. Just take a little bit on your finger. You're not gonna go crazy. You know, add it on there to start with. And any kind of orbital buffer, any kind of, you know, something, obviously you have to use a wool pad, not a foam. The foam won't work in this situation. Make sure you have a clean wool pad, and you're gonna smooth and bring a little bit of heat into the plastic, which will bring its color back. So let's start off and see what we got at 1,000 RPMs. Wanting to show you, it's already green and has a slight shine to it with that. I don't know what was that, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. So let's put a little more polish on here and play with it a little bit more. It'd be nice if I had somebody holding this down. Pretty good, actually. It actually really doesn't look bad at all. Better than I thought it was going to look, to be honest with you. All right, let's get a little more polish on here, and then let's bring this buffer up to, I don't know, 1,200, 1,400. Let's see. That's 1,400. Let's see what happens. Now, we're not even wiping this down with a rag or anything, and the shine I have on this side of the tank is better than the shine on this side of the tank. You see, that's obviously, it's still somewhat shiny, but it's a lot duller. And I didn't even hit this really, and it shines up. But the bottom line is look at our repair job. So this is the absolute worst case scenario of the newest tank you can buy. So I waited about a month to get this tank, so clearly Clarke is still producing them, and this is one of the fresher ones produced, our last ones produced. But let's put a little work into it. Clearly I did it, you can do it. You see the tools I'm using here. You don't need a DeWalt $400 buffer. You can go to Harbor Freight, get stuff for $60, check out all my other videos and so on. It shows you how to do this step by step. This is just a small section of this tank. We show you how to do complete tanks, white tanks, and so on. Just follow the steps. Like I said, if I can do it, you can do it. Don't think about sending out your gas tank to somebody and spending a bunch of money on something. Oh, I can't do it, I can't. You can do it. You just saw how easy this was. It's that easy. So you can do it with small amounts of tools. You can bang this thing out yourself and make the gas tank look nice. Get rid of this disgusting scar. So we're gonna bring it back in the other room. We're gonna put it next to the other tank, and you're gonna see that this tank looks better than the one I haven't touched. Okay guys, and here you have our new Clarke gas tank that had the bigger damaged area compared to our old one. Now we did not restore this tank during the restore of this bike because we knew we were gonna be doing a video on this to show you guys exactly what's going on. And it is gone. So if we did this, you can do this at home. Remember guys, what it looked like before? And here is after, and our mold marks are gone.